welcome along and welcome back to Stone Valley. We are currently escorting the combine and the tractor up to field 8. We have the contract that we picked up last time that we're going to be doing today and trying to get around. It's still fairly early in the morning, so as I was talking about in Attingham Park's video yesterday, we can't really start harvesting until about 8:30, 9 o'clock-ish. But I do want to get these down there, get this set up, and then once we're in that position, what we can do is we'll move forward a little bit and get started. I am worried a little bit about the amount of time it might take to do this field, and to be honest, we're probably going to run most of the field using Courseplay, simply because it will help us to keep things moving. Right, we want to bring, I think, our header over this way. So let's just bring this here. And then what I can do is we'll stop this, move it out the way. So we'll take our follower off this and move our tractor and trailer over here. And I think this area is an area that gets cleared of barns when you do a start from scratch setup. Because, yeah, normally I think we'd have a whole load of barns and things here rather than these concrete pads. Right, here I want to stop this follower, and then we can just move our truck out the way and not have to worry about this any further. And we should be able to put our header trailer then just over here off to the side and in a position where we can easily hook it up to hook the header up to the combine and get started on the field. So here is a good place. Let's undo that and undo the hoses, undo that, and jump back in. Right, let's get this turned around. It won't matter, this isn't our crop, so I can drive on it if I want without destroying it, but for realism's sake, I prefer not to. And then we'll just bring this around here like so and hook it up. Perfect. Right, what I want to do then is we're going to cut into the field a little bit. We're going to set up a Courseplay course, and then we're going to do the headland, the first headland ourselves, because I think that would be a good way to do it. Now, if I come in here, we do have some trees on the edge of this field, so first headland does want to be cut counterclockwise as opposed to the clockwise setup we'll probably go with for the rest of it. Everything's hooked up. Yep, front of the combine's good. Back of the combine's good. And if we pull forward, we should be able to see, yeah, crop moisture is high at this time of day, so it will reduce combining speed. So what I'm going to do is turn all of that off. And yeah, we're going to give it a little bit of time, and hopefully things will dry out a bit. We've given a little bit of time, and it's coming up now to 9 a.m. Let's see if the crop has dried out enough. We'll turn the thresher on first, and then the main body. Yeah, there we go. So this should allow us now to harvest this. Now I'm going to cut into the corner here. Try and get a nice square bit. Now, I do have a little bit of an issue with combine experience, and I covered this in the Attingham video yesterday, where I think it's a little bit heavy-handed with how much it restricts the combine. So I have found in my investigation of the whole mod, there's a combine experience set up here where it allows you to set the settings. Now, I can either do a 100% arcade boost, or I can turn the engine power limit off. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to initially take the arcade boost and see whether that works and see how much that helps. If it still seems to be a bit heavy-handed and a bit much, what we'll do is we'll go and do the we'll go and change it for the other. In actual fact, You know what? That's 3%, or 3 miles an hour. That's not too bad, and I'm happier with that. So we'll give this a try for a little while, see if this works. And, oh, wow, my header is, that comb is way too high. Let's see if we can't lower that down a bit. Been pulled up by a couple of people before on that. Yeah, that looks about right. How does that look from in here? Yeah, we've not got any of the barley hitting the actual middle of the drum, so let's continue on with that. I've adjusted the height of it a little bit more. It seemed to be a little too low, so I've lifted it out a little bit. It's working all right now, and really is in a little bit more of a realistic position. I actually quite like looking at the combine working at this angle. It's a really interesting place to look at it, feeding in all of the barley and then bringing it along the belt, because this is a belt-driven one. And yeah, it's really nice. I like the look of this X9. There's a certain look to the modern John Deeres. They've still got smooth curves to them, but at the same time, they've got those nice angular bits, and they just work together and make for a very good aesthetic on those pieces of equipment. And it's part of the reason why I wanted to have a setup on here where I was able to choose between either John Deere or Case equipment. Apart from being a very realistic choice for the States, it's also some very nice equipment from both of them in their modern tractors and modern harvesters. The speed we're moving on here is a little bit more realistic now, without being so crippling that it takes forever to do the size of fields that we've got on this map. We are up to 80% full. So we're looking at a good level. I think we're probably going to end up emptying just before the tree up here. And I am going to go to a full combine before we go and get the traction trailer, because, well, this is the first headland. And we are doing this manually before, as I said, we set Courseplay on the rest of this field, so that we can keep things moving along quite nicely. Yeah, we are at 90% full, so it's not going to be too far. Thankfully, we have got a waterway, and a fairly solid waterway here that we should be able to pull over towards so that we can empty. And we are hitting 95% full. Now, if I remember correctly, this contract is going to require about 4 full trailers to complete. I know a few people have said they've had problems on this map with not having enough crop in order to complete contracts. At the moment, oh, there we go. Thresher stopped. Let's stop the header as well. So it looks like we're okay at the moment. I mean, we're 50% full, and we are headed on to the and we're having to do our first empty. We have a look on the contract details. Then yeah, we need to deliver 156,600 liters. And we've so far done 7% of the field, and we're not even halfway around it yet. Now, I think the trailer we've got on this tractor can actually take 2.5 loads from our combine. Oh, we're not far enough over it to unload. Just bring that here. There we go. And back it up a bit, so we can get underneath. And that is not unloading. Oh, have I still got... I might have the manual unload still running on this. Yeah, if we get Courseplay going, then we will have to take that mod off. So, yeah, I'm going to have to take that off when we get Courseplay going. It's nice to have it, but there is a conflict between it and Combine Experience. That means that the Combine Experience doesn't actually let you use all of the controls for it. And when you're running Courseplay, it doesn't actually unload the combine if you come up beside it. There we are, emptied. Let's just back this out the way a little bit. And then we can get the combine working again. Leave the tractor there for now. It'll be fine. Meanwhile, I'm going to start this up again. So start our header. Start the rear. Down. And I've still got my warning lights on. So we'll clear those off as well. And continue on and get back round to where we started so we can get a hired worker running this. Now we're on the other side of the field. The combine is suddenly going at like 7 miles per hour. I wonder if this is due to that boost. Now that we've set it on arcade, we've got 100% boost, and it's a bit much. I need something really in between. So maybe sort of 20%. Well, it is set to 20% for normal. I'm wondering if I can alter the code a smidge and maybe change it to 50% because that is just too much. So let's put it back down to normal and see what that does. So turning it back down to normal, yeah, it then turns it back down to sort of 3 miles an hour. I think moisture level is still something that exists with combine experience, depending on the time of day. I wish there was some way I could tell the moisture percentage in the crop, because yeah, that's up to like 5 miles an hour. Whereas before, we were getting like 3 miles an hour at 9 in the morning. So I'm guessing with the sun having borne down on it and everything, that is having an effect. And maybe what I was finding on Attingham was because I'd had previous rain the previous night, and because I had a whole setup where it was... where it hadn't dried out so quickly, so the crop was going to be fairly moist anyway, that it was having an effect on the speed so much, and that's why things sped up towards the end of yesterday's video. I am really intrigued and would love to know more about the moisture levels in Combine Experience. The only trouble is there is no way that of displaying the moisture level, strangely. So yeah, I kind of wish that was a feature. Anyway, we need to set up a Courseplay course. So out back to here and into the hired workers. We want to create job. We want a Courseplay field work, generate the course. We're going to do 2 headlands. We've already done one of them. We want it to turn in the corners. 7% overlap. And, oh yeah, we want to do... we want it to do lands. Yes, there we go. 6 rows per land. Perfect. So let's generate a course. And there we go. So we'll close that. And looks like it's going to do 1, 2, 3 sets of lands. Perfect. Going to cut across the corner there a little bit, but that should be fine. And our starting point is here. So if we come out of here and jump out, what we should be able to do is show this. And we can see that starting from here... Wow, where is our second row? Yeah, we want to spin this round, follow this. Actually, yeah, we'll be fine here. So we'll start it from here, just behind where the starting point is, nearest waypoint, and away we go. And we'll just check that that gets into the right place because we're 91% full. So we really, really want this to be emptied in a moment. And yep, we are all good. So I'm going to go and get the tractor and trailer It is missing a little bit. Oh, and we do have one other bit of stuff with Courseplay. So yeah, that is ready to empty. What I do need to change is we want to turn off. There we go. It's under this settings here. Straw swath. Deactivate this. I love you can turn it on for headland, turn it off for headlands only. That's brilliant. So our combine has moved a little bit further around. I forgot to take the combine experience mod off. Sorry, the manual discharge mod off. So had to pop out, clear that, and come back in. Reactivating the combine, got it to go a little bit further around the field. But this should easily empty this out. And it's only going at sort of 3-4 miles an hour. So that is all good. And we are able to keep up with it fairly easily. Going to take it down to 3 miles an hour there. Put on... Ooh, that needs to be a bit further forward. Otherwise, that would be overloading at the front. There we go. Don't know if there is any left in the combine. Yeah, we're 83% full. So combine has been fully emptied. I'm going to want to go and empty it along that back edge over there. So we'll head down there. We'll wait for the combine to get down there. And then we'll empty it out and go and drop our first load off. Combine has made it round to us. And I want to try and pick it up as we come along here. We want to keep the auger fairly far back. Unfortunately, when I only loaded earlier, I put it right to the front, so I can't really see much above that. But I'm hoping that we're sort of unloading here onto the back. A little bit forward, a little bit forward. Oh, let's try not to hit the combine. Yeah, we're loading up now, and it's not going to be long, and we're full. Perfect. As we get back round to the tree. So what I'm going to do is pull up over here, let the combine go past, and then we'll be able to head out and get this delivered to the sell point. These dual wheels on this are a little bit unwieldy. I'm not sure that this is the best setup with this tractor for carting. I think a single wheel setup on this tractor would have been much, much better for this, especially traveling down the road as well. You know, this is a very wide setup and a very wide tractor to be doing that with. We take up pretty much the whole width of these roads. The sell point we want is this one just here. So we'll bring it in and tip it up. First trailer full. We are 38% of the way through the contract, but I don't think this is going to be anywhere near 38% of the actual amount we need to deliver. Wow, it's going up to 42%. We are 25% transported. So yeah, I think we're going to end up clearing a lot of the field off before we get anywhere near delivering everything we need to, which will probably work in our favor, to be honest. We may end up having to deliver slightly less than it's expecting us to, and that just means more money for us. I'm gonna head straight over and empty the combine. It's got to be getting fairly close to a full tank. It's not gonna make it the whole way around the field for this second headland without emptying. Because at best we took half a tank off it, and we know that sort of two full tanks pretty much come off of here. So let's bring this up here, and yeah, we should be able to empty this out up till the end of this row. Pull that up, and yeah, and see if we can get... Why are you doing that? That was a little bit weird. Anyway, hopefully it will empty out fully for the rest of this row. And yeah, should stop just shy. Oh, you're not going to? It's very interesting. Courseplay normally stops just shy of the end of the row so you can complete it. Maybe it knew that it didn't need to do that. So I'm going to bring it round here and we'll pick it up again once it's taken that bit of headland off. I don't know if it's going to get the full headland width here. It would be good if it did. But distinct possibility that it won't. Actually, that might just. It did go in there fairly quick, but yeah, it looks like it might just. That would be good. But I want to get it emptied out. We are nowhere near a full tank or a full trailer yet, or having taken a full tank off yet. We want to take at least 40% off to do that. I'd like to get up to maybe 60% if we could, but it's going to be tricky, especially with this turn here. I don't know how well it'll do. It missed a bit on one of the bottom corners because of one of these turns. Seems to be doing better on this one. We are keeping, yeah, we're managing to keep the auger over the trailer rather nicely. And we are coming up to taking a full tank off the combine now. Still going up fairly quick though. There we go. Yeah, 40% would be a full tank. And if we can get it to empty for the rest of this headland, yeah, now it's slowing down a lot. So yeah, we'll take it to the full tank and then it will be able to cut in. There we go. That will do. And that makes it easier for it to continue. So this field is doing a fairly regular 10.2 to 10.7 tons an acre, which is a decent amount of wheat off here. We're currently doing 105.3 tons an hour, which just tells you how powerful this combine is. To just keep blasting through this. Even having the settings on normal for combine experience, you know, it's still doing a pretty large amount. And I'm really impressed with it. It is a beautiful combine, this X9. I would love to have one on the farm and be able to play around with it, but it is a lot of money. What's come up on the... No, we've got a... Oh, wow. 96,000 for that would be pretty awesome. But our cows, we don't really have enough cows to justify that at the moment. But that would be pretty awesome to have that. I parked my tractor in the row because it's the easiest place for us to then unload as we get full. And we're up to 57%. So I think we're looking at emptying sort of once per up and down, which is pretty good. If we can do it all so it's all on the returns, then that should mean that we never end up with the combine stuck in a cut-in. Hopefully we should just be able to continually empty this combine as it's moving. It's something we need to do because it is nearly 3:30 in the afternoon. And if we don't want to keep going until midnight, where the moisture content in the air will probably start slowing the combine down, then we are absolutely going to have to keep this combine moving as well as we can. I had a thought. We are about, well, we're 40% full. The combine is just over 75% full. So if I empty it out now, then we'll be able to empty when we get towards the other end, and we'll then be in a position where we'll get a full trailer and the combine should be empty. We shouldn't have any issues at the moment. It's just kind of watching, ready for that cut-in a little bit. We're already halfway through the contract, which is fairly amazing, and this full trailer will be half of what we need to deliver for the contract. So, as I said, I'm expecting to not end up having to deliver... Well, we don't have to deliver full trailers anyway. I'm not even expecting to have to deliver as much as it tells me it needs to. Right, let's get this up to there. That'll do. And then we've just got a little bit left that we want to grab. Yeah, we've actually gone a little bit further. I probably only wanted to put about 70% in, but I think we're good. We'll be able to empty out the combine again in a bit and just keep it moving while also keeping us moving at the same time. I'm expecting the combine to be about half full again by the time it reaches the end of this row. So let's pull up here. And auger's coming out. We can pull underneath it, yeah. And into the trailer. There we go. Wow, this really brings back memories of my time karting. It's so cool. You sort of look back and look forwards, try and keep a steady speed, try and match your combine as much as possible. And 98. Oh, we're so close to a full trailer. Tell me you're going to give me a full trailer by the end of this row. You're not. Oh, well. Yeah. That's not a full trailer, but that is close enough. We know we're not going to have to deliver 4 full trailers. 39,561, though that's enough. Let's take that and get that tipped. Second trailer tipped, and we are at 61% done and 49% transported. I still think that number is slightly off. It's not asking for 160,000. It's asking for 156,000, and we were only 500 liters, less than 500 liters shy there. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna have to deliver that much, simply because I think that it's partly dependent on how much of the field we've completed. So 62% of the way through the contract, 2 more trailer fulls to go, and that should do us. We're coming up to 6 in the evening, and we are just finishing the first cut-in. It is telling me I'm 70% of the way through this contract, which cannot be right. But that's fine. This will take us, well, full trailer off here will take us 75% delivered, roughly. Probably 74 is what it'll tell me. There we go. Yeah, stopping just before the end and getting me up to probably about 45% because the combine was pretty much full. I know, 41%. That's fine. Let's get out of its way, and then it can go and cut in, and it's nice and empty for the next cut in, which is absolutely fantastic. Let's leave that there and let the combine get to it. As I suspected it would, the harvest is going into the evening. Our combine actually emptied as it came around the end into the back of the trailer. I put the trailer in such a place that the combine was, yeah, just happened to be able to put his auger into it as it came past, emptied out, and then continued on, which was actually a little bit surreal, but absolutely fantastic. We have 69% in our trailer as a result of that. So we're going to just empty out, well, it's got 35% in the combine at the moment. There's about 35% per row. We're going to therefore fill the trailer up. It'll take it up to probably about 95%, but going along this row here should mean that we get a full trailer off it. And yeah, you can already see we're up to sort of 85, 86%. Just moving that a little bit more forward. It filled fairly close to the back, but it's not going up very fast now because we're basically emptying as we go along the row. In fact, I think what I'll do is I'll pick up down the next row or towards the end of this one so that we can top the trailer off quickly. In fact, yeah, we'll wait till the end of this row and we'll pick up at the start of the next row and we can top off there. And you can see the light just diminishing now as the sun sets on this July day. Combine is coming up and we are, well, you can see the sun setting. I've got all the lights on the tractor now. so that we can see what we're doing. We want to fill this towards the front of the trailer. So keep an eye on that. Yeah, there we go. 97, 98, 99. Just a little bit more. And 40,000 litres. There we go. Right, so we'll turn down to some driving lights. Get full beams on and go and tip these. And then we can come back here and we might be able to catch the combine at the top end of this row here. We need to, because it's going to be cutting in after that, and it's going to get full before it gets the end of that cutting if we don't. Into the sell point, and how much is this one going to take us to? Should take us to 74%, because we had that slightly under-filled trailer earlier. So yeah, expecting this to take me to 74%. We are 84%. Whoa! Oh no, 83% completed. I thought that said completed for a moment, but no, it's only 74%. We're 83% of the way through, 74% transported. We're expecting at least one more trailer off. And let's just have a quick look at this. So our expectation for the contract is another 37,000 litres. We've delivered 119,600. Yeah, so it's not quite a full trailer that it's expecting. And I think that amount is based on having harvested the whole field. At least I'm hoping it is, because if it's expecting another full trailer, I don't know whether that's going to be possible. But we will see. We've got plenty left to cut on here. And hopefully we can get back to the combine before it starts that next cutting. Yeah, we can. Let's get all of our work lights on so we can see what's going on. And we're going to be able to pick the combine up before it finishes this row, which is perfect. And then we've just got the rest of the field to get done. I need to be able to go and tip any excess elsewhere. We're not going to store any excess, but we do want to go and tip it. We want to go and tip it in the highest price area we can. So we'll see how much that leaves us with. This should be the penultimate unload we do from the combine for this field. We are, yeah, not far off it now. We've got 24% full on the trailer now. The combine is 70-odd% full. So it's not going to give us a full whack. I don't think it's going to harvest enough to finish it off. So it may not be the penultimate one, because I think we're going to end up with a fair amount of space left on here. It is taking us up to, well, what I want it to take me up to is about 60%, and it's not going to. We are now slowly filling up. So combine is empty. We're at 57% full, and we will pick the combine up probably on its last run back this way. I think this is going to be really close. The combine is getting very close to a full tank, but this over here is the final row of barley off this field. So basically, we're going to go until we fill our trailer up. But we want the combine to finish the field before we go and tip this last load. We are 95% of the way there on this contract. So little to go, but I don't know. We are really close with the amount of crop we have and that we're trying to deliver here. And I'm so pleased, actually, we don't have any waterways or anything in this field. I'm wondering if the fields people said they had problems with are ones with waterways in them. And I think I will probably avoid doing harvest contracts in fields like that, because I think if I do, I am going to come up short and not have enough crop, because this is so close. There is such a small margin of error for the amount of crop we're getting off this field that I would be surprised. I mean, you can see here we are coming up to a full trailer. So there's a full trailer here plus a bit. In fact, there is our full trailer. What I want to do is wait to tip this until our combine has finished. So I'm going to wait for the alert from Courseplay to tell me that the combine has finished its job before I go and tip this, because that way we'll know the field is 100% done, and we will have to then deliver the minimum amount of grain that we need to. I said we could be going till midnight on this, and it's looking very much like we might. It says the combine needs to be unloaded, which I think means it's reached the end of the field. We will check before we go and unload this. So let's have a look at the progress. That is 37,000 litres to be delivered. Worked field 100%. So yeah, field is finished. We need to just deliver 37,000 litres. So we'll see what happens. Let's get into here and unload it. I'm going to pull forward ever so slightly. So we want to leave 3,000 litres. And I'm keeping a close eye between the two. And there. We've still got 5,700 litres. And we made £500 harvest income. So, yeah, managed to catch that just in time. But this is not the best place for us to sell this. So we're just going to pop back to the field quickly, grab the remains of what is on there and the remains of what's in the combine, and then head down to the sell point that is going to give us the most money for this. There's our combine waiting to be unloaded. We'll pull up beside it. It'll finish off the last little bit of crop. In fact, yeah, it just needs to empty out the little bit it's got in it, rather, because it hasn't even got crop in it. And then our hired worker will be finished. There we are. All done. So, hired worker's finished. Is there anybody in the cab? No, that's all done. Let's go and tip this. I think that South Grains is where this wants to go. Barley, best place. Sorry, South Valley. Where is our best price? 464 South Valley stores. Yeah, that's where we're going to go. And that is that grain point over there. I think, is that the sell point there? I think that's the sell point there. Let's just double check this before we do it. South Valley stores. Where is that on the map? Where are we? South Valley stores. Yeah, that's exactly where we are. So pull into here and tip. And it's just ticked over midnight as we get a nice little income. So about 4.5 grand in excess harvest there. That's brilliant. So it's back to the field, and we'll complete the contract, and they can come and pick up the equipment. Then I can head home in my truck. It's been a long old day, but the work is done, and we are heading back towards our truck to finish it off here. Let's turn that all off like so, and just go and have a look at the contracts. All completed. 22,700 is the expected amount. 14,773 we're going to get from here as well. So let's collect that. And yeah, there we go. So all we are left with is our little TLX. And that is where I'm going to leave it for today. So all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. Special thanks to all my patrons and channel members. Your support is invaluable in making these videos and helping the channel to grow. For more from Virtual Farmer, check out the links below, follow on Twitch to watch live, and for more videos, subscribe and ring that bell. I will see you next time. Goodbye.